Hi guys, I wanted to come on tonight and I thought I'd do a video about managing sickle cell disease during the winter months, which is usually the toughest months for us, especially if you live in an environment where the weather is drastically changing, like on the East Coast, where it can be 70 degrees one day and 20 degrees the next. Okay. So I wanted to just talk to you about a couple of the things that I use to help manage the disease in the winter months. And the first one is an oil that I use. We often think that, we can only get our herbs and spices through ingesting them, but we can also get them topically in the form of an oil. And so this is the oil that I use. I use it every day. It's called, don't ask me what it's called. Mahana Ryan oil, I think is how it's pronounced, but it's an Ayurvedic oil, and you can see it says it's for joint and muscle relief. I get it from this company up here called Banyan Botanicals. It's an Ayurvedic company, and so they sell a lot of different oils and spices and things from an Ayurvedic standpoint, which is kind of the self healing modality that I follow, that I personally follow. But I use this oil every night, and it has, nothing but herbs and spices in it. So it's a sesame oil base, but it has ginger, which we know is excellent for circulation, for blood circulation, which is what we need. So it has ginger, cardamom, cloves, it has turmeric, it has neem, which is excellent for immune health. And so, any things like that, we want to make sure that we're getting in our body on a daily basis. In the winter time, especially, we want to make sure that we're hitting up those areas where we typically know that we can, where our blood doesn't circulate as well, or those areas where we know that we're prone to getting those pains, or the crisis kind of gets stuck in those areas. And for me, it's like my back and my chest area. So I make sure that I put this oil on every night. And you can see it's a little bit thicker, I think, than like most oils you would think of. But that's how it looks. That's kind of the consistency of it. And I just rub it onto my back every night and my chest area. Like all upper body is what I get. And then I put a heating pad on top of that just to help it absorb into my muscles and into my body a little better. So that's the first thing that I do every night. And of course, I've got to take my teas every day, every day. I don't miss my elderberry tea, and I don't miss my elderberry syrup. I don't have that up here with me right now because I'm in my office, but elderberry tea is something that you should have on in your body on a daily basis, particularly in the winter months for sicklers, because this is really going to help keep away any type of viral infection, colds and flus, and things of that nature. It's going to help to build up your immune system to the point where you're better able to withstand it, because sometimes with this illness, we have a weaker immune system than most. Our blood levels are lower, right? And so it's easier for us to get sicker than most other people. So you want to make sure that you are keeping staples like elderberry tea in your cabinet, and drink it every day, you guys. It tastes delicious. I wanted to make sure of that. But this is something you want to make sure that you take every day just to keep your immune system up and running well. And then, of course, I have to have the Breathe Well tea, which is for respiratory health. So you guys, you have heard me talk about having pneumonia before, having double pneumonia. And so that's not an experience that I ever want to have again. And So what I do is I make sure that I keep these things on stock. So if I don't take the Breathe Well tea every day. I only take it if I feel like I'm starting to get a little bit of congestion, or if I, even feel like a scratch in my throat. I'm hitting up the elderberry syrup, the elderberry tea, and I'm hitting up the Breathe Well. And usually those three things, they knock it right out of the park. Okay? And then one of the last things I wanted to tell you about is, we have to stay hydrated. So drinking tea is just like drinking water. So if you're supposed to have 8 cups of water a day, half of those can be tea. It counts towards your water intake. But I like to drink spring water, and it may not be for everybody or everybody can afford it, but I like to spend my money on my wellness, on my health, because without your health, then like what do you have, right? So I get the Mountain Valley spring water, and I make sure that I'm drinking at least 2 of these each day so that I can stay properly hydrated. So that's it. That's basically my routine. And I hope this helps somebody. Let me know in the comments if it helps you. If you need a link to anything, the oils or the teas, just click below or hit me up in my DMs. Um, and also let me know, like I always want to know what other people do to kind of manage their sickle cell. So let me know in the comments, if you're doing something differently than that. Let's let everybody know what works and what doesn't. Take care.